Okay, so I just saw this sort of mobility challenge by this young buckaroo that I actually noticed some of you liked. So I thought, I think we can do these, at least I think there's a good group of us that can do these. So this is what your nugget today is going to be, is try 5 of these low squat style hamstring testing, thoracic mobility testing, range of motion challenge. So super quick, super easy, let's go. So the first one is a low squat. So the whole idea here is that your heels are down, right? So the heels can't be popping up. So if you're already there, then we need to still work on ankle mobility and mostly ankle mobility, right? So refer back to those old nuggets that I talked about that. And if you're not sure, of course, reach out to me. So the heels on the ground is the first thing. If you can't do that, then this is the first thing you need to work on, is doing this and forcing yourself to get lower into that position as quickly as you can. Okay, so we really have to make sure we're focusing on those ankles. So this is the first challenge. Starting in the low squat, I like to engage the legs just because of a bit of a show off, but you definitely don't have to do that. And then the goal here is to keep your hands on the ground and come up all the way with a straight leg with your hands still facing or flat on the ground. So let me show you this way. This is definitely a challenge for me. So low squat to a full extended back stretch, hamstring stretch. So that's number 1 challenge. So tricky, hard. Definitely is testing those hamstring flexibilities. Okay, so the second one is again into your low squat. This is going to test a little more of your rotation, some of that thoracic mobility. You're going to put your elbow to your inner thigh and then reach up. Okay. So the goal here, obviously, I can't really see myself. I'll be watching this video carefully. Maybe you could also tape yourself and share. Right, so the goal here is that you're rotating and you're getting that arm straight above, not out here, right? It's straight above your head. Okay, so you'll definitely feel that in the upper back if you are struggling with some of that mobility work, okay? Exercise or challenge 3, rolling to the knees. So he actually even does it with his hands on the ground and then comes back into that low squat. Okay, that wasn't the best one. Let me see if I can do it again. Forward controlled, back controlled. Okay, not as controlled as I was doing it before, but let's try one more time because I'm stubborn. There. Or the way he does it, the young buckaroo in the video, he uses his hands. Okay, so there's challenge 3. Challenge 4, inner hand to foot, straight arms. Okay, so you're into your low squat, and then you're going to put your hand, opposite hand, and then he even just puts his hand kind of here. Okay, so obviously would like to encourage you to either extend that arm or to get it up into that hip joint. Back to that low squat, and into the inner leg here, foot. And then just a full extension. So hands here, hopefully we're at least getting it here. And our goal, obviously, is to maintain some balance, obviously, and get that arm up. But even if you get your arm up into your hip socket, back down to that low squat. So that's 4. You can see my cardio is definitely getting challenged by doing these. This one to us, I think, will be easy, the reach through. So he actually just puts this hand really quite cute and sexy on his chest. I would see maybe if we could actually do something more. Back to that low squat, and then challenge even more. So again, he does it like this, but I think most of us, with all that mobility that we've been doing, should be able to get through that position quite easily. Roll-ups was the last one, right? So you're welcome again for continuing to push you out of your comfort zones into these movements. He actually just rolls back, then rolls into a low squat. I think he even uses his hands. This young buckaroo dude uses his hands. I don't really think any of us, are we needing our hands? I don't think so, not this group. So there are your 6 challenges for this week's nugget. I'd love to hear how you do. Share it on our page. Let's get the conversation going. Have an awesome week. Workouts will be rolling in as